Well, while writing the script, it finally happened. Monster Cat Instinct Selections 1 is coming, and I could not be more hyped. For a bit I was worried about Monster Cat potentially having second thoughts about committing to the rebirth of universal numbered comps, but it seems like it is in fact happening. Awesome. I'll pick up my pace then. I stand by what I said when I reviewed Silk Selections 02. That album simply wasn't as strong as the first album, so unsurprisingly I went into this album with relatively low expectations. The funny thing about expectations is it usually leaves a stronger inverse impression when we do get to experience the thing than we give them credit for. I say all this because this song, despite being lowest on the list, is by far the worst, in air quotes, song of the respective album. We've only just started and I can only really say good things about this song. Really like that reverb-soaked pluck, bringing together the song nicely, and the synthwave bit sprinkled throughout is a nice touch too. What puts this at the bottom of the list though for me is one simple reason: it simply wasn't as aggressively good as some others on here. This album truly hits me in my weak point. My love for strings and other orchestral elements in Silk music. In that regard, this album absolutely spoils us. I like the vocal chops, well, most of them. Wasn't terribly fond of the breathing sound in the background. I don't have misophonia or anything, or at least I don't think I do. I just don't really like breathy sounds in music. Looking at you, a lot like you. Luckily, in the case of this song in particular, it's pretty easy to ignore due to it being far away in the mix. Besides that though, this song just about does everything right. Alright, time for some breaks. I love breaks. Some of my favourite Monster Cat songs are breaks. That said, I will start with what's perhaps my biggest problem with the song, which is the tail of the metallic sound effect after the first drop. It's just a tad ouchy ears. That said, some EDM songs are better off not listened to with Skull Candy Crush Evos because those headphones, they do boost the treble, and not by a little bit either. I mean the bass too, but anyway. You'll definitely see a repeating pattern in this video though when I talk about the good parts of most of these songs because it's once again the more classical focused instruments that sell this song. Though I will say in the case of this song it does also have some really nice risers. Sonic Vibe is right, this song gives me some heavy Mega Drive vibes, specifically Rusty Ruins Act 1 from Sonic 3D Blast. And I doubt that's a coincidence, despite the fact that Sonic also means audio. Also, mashup makers feel free to go nuts with that idea. I'd like to know other elements of this song that stand out to me for better or for worse, but I kinda can't. Seriously, the Mega Drivey plucks that definitely wouldn't sound out of place in a 2011 DM Dokuro song either totally steal the spotlight. So for what it's worth, it's a good thing they add a lot of good feels to the song. This is the first song of the comp, so you can understand the thought process I went through when I went into this album and was immediately hit with this vibe. The pads after the first drop that slowly regained their high end to reveal that they were actually strings was such a clever idea. And the way the chords of the piano jump around like it's an elaborate dance add to this song beautifully. Hearing this after the first two albums, I immediately wondered if this was going to be immediate first place. Of course it isn't, but that means there's one song that's even better. Oh boy, where do I even start? The start is admittedly not entirely my vibe, but let me tell you, holy moly does it only go uphill from there. The drop hits and the mix of piano, bass and strings mixed together in such an otherworldly way, and it doesn't hold back after that either. It's as if the first drop and the bridge work in synergy to build up to the second drop, which has some really nice plucks. Yes, I know they were similar to the plucks in the song that was last place in SS2, but there are some distinctions to be made. First, they're less dusty. These ones make much better use of melodic and harmonic elements and are just less repetitive. And lastly, these ones don't squeeze your earbuds with high end before the beat kicks in like it's an uncaged song. Lastly, the extra layer of strings towards the end wrap this song up excellently. Overall, I don't think I have any doubt that this is my favourite of the three comps so far. Hopefully I can get around to 0-4 soon. At this rate, we're probably looking at a new comp about once every 6 weeks, so yeah, if I at least keep the pace up at the rate I've been doing so far, things should eventually catch up. Not that this is a race, but it is nice to stay not too far behind things. In any case, thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you for whatever the future may hold. See ya!